You guys, so apparently today, two men, our people, got into a fight over their place in line for a chicken sandwich at Popeyes. And a 24, I believe he was 24-year-old young man was killed. Hi, Urban Moonlight. So I ranted about this on my Patreon because I said a bunch of things that I just will not be saying here on YouTube. But I thought it'd be a fun activity because I know there are a lot of racist people who are having a good laugh at this. Two black men fighting over a chicken sandwich is right up the stereotype alley for our people. I have 15 historical pictures. Hi, Goodness Rated. Hi, R. I have 15 pictures, and some of these pictures you may have seen. I guarantee some of them maybe you have not seen. I just want to go through these 15 pictures, and I just want to talk. And I want us to collectively ask ourselves if we have assimilated the indoctrination with regard to our own people, or is there no truth to anything we see here? So let's just get into it. I have a feeling nobody's going to really like this video, but I really don't care at this point. Everything that I really want to say, I cannot say because it would be more than offensive. So yeah, two black men fighting over fried chicken, somebody ends up dead. So let's take a look at these photographs. All right, like I said, some of these you may have seen and some of these you may not have. I feel like we've all seen this one. Two black men and a black woman. Obviously, her breasts and her butt are exaggerated. And it says old time hook'em blues. So they're playing music and oogling over women, but we'll just move along because that one kind of ties into this next one right here. He says, I takes after my pappy, and my pappy takes after every gal he sees. He takes after his father, and his father tries to get in the pants of every woman he sees. Now, do all men try to hook women? Yes. But maybe the problem is that our people aren't really in a position, right? Because we're already starting from -100 to act a complete fool. So this is rather old. This is a stereotype people have about us. He takes after his father, and his father tries to get every woman he sees. Let's just go to the next one. Like I said, there's only 15 pictures. I'm just curious if we see anything that is true to life in these, or are these totally made up? Do you know what I mean? Well, here's one that's appropriate to the conversation of two black men fighting over their place in line for fried chicken. And there's black women there too. I had the unfortunate chance to see some footage of our people getting into car accidents and ruining their vehicles to fight for a place at the drive-thru for fried chicken. These sandwiches. And mind you, the sandwiches were just re-released on Sunday. And it took basically no time for somebody to get killed in relation to a chicken sandwich. I'm not even going to comment I'm not going to comment on it because if I comment on it, I cannot trust myself in what I might say. So we're just going to look at pictures because I said everything I had to say on my Patreon, and I'm not going to say anything on YouTube that I don't want everybody to hear. So here we have a Black man in a chicken coop. Why is he in the chicken coop, you ask yourself? Because everybody knows Black people love chicken. And our men are always the butts of this joke. So there goes a white guy clearly outside asking, "Who's in there?" And the Black man asks the chicken, "Why don't you answer him?" And the chicken is asking the Black man, "I wish I could get an answer from you." The chicken wants to know why the Black man's in the chicken coop, and the white man wants to know who's in the chicken coop. Right? There's some racists somewhere having a good laugh about this, right? Popeyes came out with that chicken sandwich. Our people were the main buyers of the sandwich. We literally bought all of the sandwiches Popeyes had in the country within 2 weeks. Popeyes releases the sandwich this Sunday again. We again go crazy over the sandwich. 2 Black men get into a fight over who's going to get their sandwich first. Somebody ends up dead. It would actually be comical if it weren't real life and literally not funny. Oh, look at this. Yet another stereotype about our people. Here are these. Now, mind you, a lot of times Black men, because they pick on Black men more than Black women, even when they use Black women in these, it's really just to poke fun at the men, right? Because the men are the actual leaders, which is why they're always attacking them. So this looks like 2 little kids, right? But I don't know if you've noticed that even though the pictures are of children, they're really depicting adult Black men. They just always, not always, but a lot of the time, they simply draw them as children. It's an insult. You draw adult men as children, and then you put the children in adult situations. And I'm going to prove that with some later pictures. But is this is this what happened at Popeyes? Because this is what they think about our people. And if you go throughout YouTube, will we not see this? You shut your trap. You shut yours. They're having a whole fight. We're bickery people. We fight with each other. We're like children. We just fight with each other. That is the old stereotype of us. Lazy, watermelon eating, chicken smacking children who fight with each other and are violent to each other. And I'm going to show that with more pictures. Is that what we're like? Can we not get along? Do we have to be? Sometimes I've definitely been in spaces where I've seen this. I've literally heard people say, "We just can't get along. We're always fighting." Isn't it unfortunate that before white people were kind of forced to be politically correct, that this is how they depicted us? Bickering children? Yeah, they're rare because they're lightly sexualized too, right? With their butts showing through the back of their can't even button them up. Let's just look at something else because all I can do is look at these pictures because again I can't talk about these Black men killing each other over a place of line for a fried chicken because I'm literally enraged about it, you guys. I'm actually really, really angry about this. Let's take a look at this one. This is an actual postcard. Okay, this is a postcard. You could go to the store and buy this. So I don't know if you can tell, but back here is a Black man locked up in jail. And here is his captor, this white man right here. The white man has captured him, and now the black man is locked up. And the postcard says, "None but the brave deserve the fair." This is wild to me. Is this not a narrative that's going on now? Because black men are so behind. They're not brave. They're not doing anything. They're not making money. They are trash. Is there not a whole divestment community built on this narrative? And then the black woman goes to the white man because the black man is beneath him. That's the reasoning, right? And isn't it fascinating that here we have an old postcard? This is a postcard depicting that same narrative. And then here we are in 2019, and you actually have people pushing this narrative. This is a thing that our people are doing. There are literally people making money off of pushing. There is a play out right now called Slave Play. Oh, I'm going to be doing a video on that. Called Slave Play. And the whole premise of Slave Play is that a bunch of interracial couples, homosexual interracial couples, like black man, white man, black man with a white man, black woman with a white man, and white woman with a mixed man, because they wouldn't give her a black man, so he got a mixed man, are all pretending to be on a plantation as slaves and masters to fix their sexual relationships with each other. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make up this stuff. I feel like sometimes I feel like somebody went and looked at all of the old memorabilia degrading our people and was like, you know, it would be hilarious for us to reenact this in real life. Here we have a postcard where the black man is captured, shoved in a cell. None but the brave deserves the fair. White people used to go out and buy this and send it. You can tell this postcard has been written on because it was sent to somebody. And there are literally people pushing this same narrative now. A whole divestment community pushing this same narrative now. Hey, Positive Queen. Let's go on. Other stereotypes that they have. So, Grandpa, don't say that. Him face is old. So I gonna give him this new one and hopes he won't scold. So we have a black female disrespecting a black man and hoping not to get in trouble. That's what this is. She's disrespecting a black man and she's hoping she won't get in trouble for it. She's painting a new face on his head and just hoping she won't get in trouble. That's the narrative, right? Black women are disrespectful to black men. And I'm going to show that in some other pictures. We're almost through all of I'm not going to be here long. Because again, I can't talk about the fried chicken sandwich murder. I can't do it, y'all, because I'm too mad about it. I'm too mad. I just thought we should reflect on our own foolery. How about we reflect on the way that we were degraded in relation to how we act now and how we perceive ourselves now? How about that? How about we look at how whites saw us and compare that to the bullshit we're doing now? Because it would just be too much like right for us to have our act together collectively. Okay, let me shut up. I'm not even gonna go there. Let's just go to the next picture. I'm not in a position, I'm not in a mental space to talk right now too much because I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna say some stuff. It's gonna be real flippin' offensive. So here we have an advertisement for basically something, a cereal like cornflakes, okay? Delicious malted flakes, right? So here she is with her corn kinks, because that's what they're called, corn kinks, like kinky hair. And she's on stilts, and the caption is, "You smash them kinks, I'll spoil your face, child." That we beat our children. An advertisement for cereal that's poking fun at the fact that Black people beat their children. I was on a panel recently on O'Shea's not that long ago, and it was all about Black women beating their children. And you had a lot of very angry Black men there. Is this a big thing? Do we beat our children, y'all? Let's let's go to the next one. Here we go again. A Black woman degrading a Black man. Is this not the narrative that we even talk about for ourselves? So white people, we've seen in several pictures, often depict Black women as degrading Black men. And here we have yet something else. She's holding a whip. I don't know if you can see that. She's holding a whip in her hand. She's grabbing him by the ear, and she says that she's going back to Dixie. And she's going to ride him there. She's going to whip him and grab him by the face. Is this what we say about each other? How, I often wonder, did we let the things that white people were saying about us infiltrate our minds to the point where we believe it about each other and actually behave that way? Are we emulating their negative stereotypes about us? Have we absorbed all of this propaganda about ourselves and embraced it as our own? Remember, this is all because of these two Black men fighting over a place in line for flipping chicken. We're always depicted with watermelon and chicken. And we have people running around in masks. Can we just not go to Popeyes? And then Mr. was telling me somebody had the freaking stupid idea to start a Instagram or Facebook or something where I survived Popeye's chicken or I'm safe or some BS. I don't know. You know, I'm not on these social media platforms. I'm like, for real? We're giving this any steam. Let's just go to the next one. He said, "I go a stealing for you, honey. He's a thief." Now, remember, when we see these little boys portrayed, they're not really little boys. These are depictions of adult Black men, but they always depict them as children because Black men are just basically children. So they always show them as little boys with exaggerated features. He's going to go stealing for that watermelon. He loves that watermelon. He's going to steal for it. Oh, here we go again. Black woman abusing a child. Just whacking his little butt. And notice little bare Black butts are just on show because they have an obsession with bare Black butts on little boys. But we know that when these little boys are depicted, it's really depicting adult men. And then, of course, we have the female stereotypes. The Black hooker. The Black whore. I did a panel where I argued that Black women were more chaste than other women And I brought facts and statistics. And do you know I got argued off that panel because so many men were insistent that we were whores, that black women were just nasty and promiscuous and would just sleep with anything? Where did they get that idea? You know how much people love statistics, so I did my little research and I brought some statistics to prove that black women are not whorish. And literally, I got attacked because black women are whores and nobody was going to tell them different. This little boy said watermelon's his middle name, but I want to go to this next one right here. This is a coon. It says, don't think you are the only coon in town. There are others and not so lazy. There are other coons and they're not as lazy as you. And he's a whole dandy. Look at him. Look at how they portray the black man. He just put on everything he thought was pretty, didn't he? He's like a whole freaking peacock in this picture, isn't he? Is this what our men are like? Are they just, ooh, that looks shiny and pretty. Look, he's got gold teeth. This man has gold teeth in his mouth. Do you see it? He's got gold teeth. He's got on his pimp shoes. He's wearing 5 colors. He's got checks. He's got stripes. He's got a hat. He's a whole pimp. We have black people at Popeyes fighting over fried chicken in a place in line to the point where somebody dies. This is wild to me. So here we have, yet remember, when we see the little black boys, this is really a depiction of adult men because they like to depict black men as children. This little boy is holding a drumstick in one hand. How appropriate is this for the conversation of 2 black men at Popeyes fighting over a place in line where one ends up dead? And again, it's not just the black men at Popeyes. The black women are at Popeyes too. Can we just stay the hell away from Popeyes? Can we just take a fucking chicken hiatus? Can we not literally be the manifestation of an old stereotype? Please, people. This is how they see us: a drumstick in one hand, some watermelon in another, and the caption says, I have everything now except you, my honey. All he needs is a pussy. That's what it's saying. All he needs is a woman. All he needs is vagina. He's got a drumstick in one hand, a chicken drumstick in one hand, watermelon in the other. Now all he needs is a woman. Give him some vagina and he's good. And then in 2019, we want to be at Popeye's Chicken fighting over who's going to get a chicken sandwich first, to the point where a 24-year-old black man gets stabbed. I just need us to make this all make sense. And it's not just the fact that that young man got killed. It's the fact that we bought out all of the chicken sandwiches in the whole damn country in 2 weeks last time. It took us 2 weeks to buy every chicken sandwich Popeyes made in a damn factory. What the hell? Single-handedly. They brought out that chicken sandwich because they stopped making it, y'all. They brought that chicken sandwich out on a Sunday. And we actually had some people walking around in black skin fight over their place in line for the sandwich and then kill in less than 48 hours. And Popeyes had the nerve to issue a fucking statement. You know, I need to get off of here. I really should get off of here. I really should, because I don't have anything positive to say. Let's answer the scientific question. What's on a nigger's mind? What is on a nigger's mind? A craving for watermelon is in this little part up front. This larger chunk after that is a craving for drugs, alcohol, pussy, gold chains, and drum beats. That sounds like every rap video I've ever seen, every hip hop video I've ever seen. Drugs, alcohol, pussy, gold chains, and drum beats. Can we not? Can we don't have, I'm not saying things are not wrong with other people. I'm not saying things are not wrong with other people. I am saying that out of all the people on the whole entire planet, you know who can't be caught slipping? You know who doesn't have room to act a fucking booty fool out here? Us, me, you, us Black people. We can't do this. We cannot do this. We don't have carte blanche to act stupid the way white people do, the way Asian people. We don't have the room for it, y'all. We're not the ones for this. Oh, and then the big giant, the huge part is criminal behavior. Apparently, watermelon, drugs, alcohol, vagina, gold chains, and drums, and criminal behavior make up most of what's on Black people's minds. Responsibility, intellect, hygiene, creativity, logic, all that stuff, way down here at the bottom, behind the ear, in a dime-sized portion of the brain. I'm not saying it's right. Let me stop sharing my screen. I'm not saying this stuff is right. I'm just saying, can we stop fulfilling our own crappy stereotypes? Could that be a thing? Could that be possible? Could we like memory bank all of the stereotypes and at the very, very least, just try not to literally act them out? Do you know how many racist whites are cracking up at the fact that Blacks like fried chicken and we bought all the chicken in the country from Popeyes within 2 weeks first time around? Second time around, we're getting into car accidents and acting a fool, and then people get killed over the fried chicken in less than 48 hours? Can we just possibly not? Just don't. Just stop. Because it might be a minority of us, but it affects all of us. All of us. It affects all of us. Can we not feed into these old stereotypes? What stereotypes do we see? Black men having sex with everything that moves. We saw stereotypes of Black women who beat their children. We saw stereotypes of Black women that disrespect Black men. We saw stereotypes of Black men who are basically overgrown children. We saw stereotypes of Black people loving chicken and watermelon so much they'll steal and apparently kill. I didn't get any of us killing for chicken. I guess the stealing for chicken part was not good enough. We had to make sure that we just embellished on the pre-existing stereotype of us. Can we just stay the hell away from Popeyes? Let's just go on a chicken hiatus. Will anybody starve? Because I know we eat other foods. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with eating chicken. I'm just saying, must we buy all of the chicken sandwiches in the whole country within a 2-week period of time? Could we not do that? I'm sure the sandwiches are delicious. I mean, I haven't tasted them, but could we not do it simply because? Could we not be mob mentality full on force at the Popeyes chicken just because for hundreds of years in this country, they made us like we will do anything for chicken? We have ancient postcards with Black men hiding in chicken coops just to get some chicken from the 1800s early 1900s, and now we have black men killing each other in Popeye's chicken parking lot over a chicken sandwich. I gotta go. I really have to go. I'm sorry. I have to go. I legit have to get off of YouTube. I just want everybody to take the time to think about the pictures we looked at today and ask yourself, does that apply, honestly, to our community? Are we literally fulfilling these disgusting, horrible stereotypes? I mean, there was literally a divestment postcard. Y'all saw it? There was a postcard about divestment. A postcard with a black man in jail and a black woman going, well, the beautiful women go to the winner, pushing up on a white man. Just go back through the video and just look at those stereotypes again. And then ask yourself, is this true about my people? Is this true about us? Have we become the postcard? Have we become the degrading advertisement? Have we become the stereotype? Or were they right? What is it, people? What are we doing right now? What are we doing? What are we doing? This shit is incredible. Fucking ridiculous.